Hey guys, it's Afstudio here and welcome to episode of Building with Mods. Now this is the first episode, so don't expect some quality perfectionist shit. Okay. So starting off in Starlight Drive-in, a great little place, and I'm gonna be calling it Screen Market. Yeah, it works. Okay, so starting off, we need to scrap every little thing that's on you. There's a bunch of cars, and it's getting in your skin, and it takes forever, but you know, it's worth it. And what I mentioned, it's Screen Market, the big screen on top of it, there in Starlight Drive-in. Yeah, that's where the market will be against this screen. Here I didn't notice the stupid mines that they've placed for no reason. So starting off, I put up a wood panel, or wood floor, shack floor, really simple, all the way along. Well, not all the way, mostly along the way, and then having to add stairs. I've decided to add it on the other side because, well, it's in the middle, sort of. That'll be a much easier place for NPCs to find the space. Of course, now I had to build onto the second floor. Now there were a couple of floors, and by a couple I mean like 5 or 4, and I added a bunch of support stuff. Because realism is everything. True words. Okay? Oh. And all these shack supports makes it look a little more interesting, to say the least. Then added to the third floor, or no, the third floor from top, and add another stairs to go down. Now this settlement took forever to make. It took me a long time just the screen took forever to make. So here I decided to create the first store out of all of them. Just breaking it apart because you can't snap the damn things. Then I put in a bunch of support struts, whatever that is. It was a part, okay? Don't expect me to know everything. Add a little window to the shop so people can at least see in. And then adding the thing back. Works fantastic. I finished it up, so you can a nice little window to see out, and then the door, nice red door to get inside. I was deciding on I don't know what to make when I actually started. I just put up a panel and started building. Right here, I tried to expand the top. I don't know what I was doing. I was going up and down the entire time, and then I decided to make a little store area right there, which was actually pretty nice. And then next to it, I decided to create another one. What I didn't realize here until editing this thing is I actually used a brick wall at the back and not wood. This thing mostly contains wood, and if you want to make this, it's gonna be a crap expensive. So there, I decided to make a little area in the middle, and I thought that thing would snap, but it fucked me over. But luckily, I have a thing called mods, so I positioned it perfectly. I was in there. I don't know what to do next, so I followed my gun and put a lot more support. A lot more support. Oh my word, why did I pick the gameplay so long? And then I decided to put the railing on, because I don't want anyone to get full. This is the only level that has the railing on. The rest of them actually has closed walls. And then here we made, well, I think it's a 4th from the bottom. And here I decided to go like a pattern, like one color that, one color that, one color that. So it took a while to actually complete the entire thing. As you can see, it's a pattern, like next to each other is 2 different ones. shack floor, and another shack floor. Great stuff. Great stuff, boys! Totally perfect. I put in a stairwell to get to the bottom. And then I had to put the stairs at the bottom of that. Which was horrible because it wouldn't snap for shit. Okay? It took a lot of fucking around. A fuckery. As you can see, it would snap to the right side. So what I had to do, use my positions, fix it up a bit. Boom. There we go. Perfect. And then I decided to take a nap. And I slept in real life as well. Because it took so long to create all that. I can stretch a bit. As far as that concerned, it actually looked really well. Even though it wasn't done. So I went back up and decided that I need to start. So I started closing the walls at the very bottom floor. But as you can see, that top part over there that's opened really annoys me. But you know what? I managed to fix it. I then created what I would do the clinic, where people would come with like, I'm hurt. And so the doorway caps. This is a mod, actually. So you won't find it in a real game. Then over here, I decided to do it to the second floor from the bottom. Just add a lot more walls to get it over with. And I keep using a variety of walls because that works out a lot better. And then over here, I used that thing, and that's where the seats are gonna be for the bar. We want to eat or drink or whatever you want to do. They're out of the window, so when you go downstairs, you can at least see if anything's happening out there. I then realized there's a bunch of gaps on the top of the walls, so I decided to fix it up using the roofs. And over here, I closed the area of that open part. It didn't really fit, but I was like, screw it, it's good enough for me. Yeah. Over here, I then just messed around trying to close up the walls because I kept falling down and it really irritated me. It pissed me off. But I at least found a way to let it work at the end. And then I was just fucking around to find out. And then here I added a bunch of walls just to close it up, basically, because I was getting really tired at this point. I just wanted to put out the video. As you can see, I used a variety of stuff. I used the corner piece, and then a bunch of these pieces worked perfectly. Use the window piece to at least see through. The buildings were really weird. I've got all the mods that I used throughout this entire gameplay in the description. It's just gonna take me another freaking 2 hours to put in. And here I put all in the walls. Bunch of variety. Like I said, love a variety. Looks more realistic. And it actually just looks good if you put a bunch of different ones into it. I decided to, with the top part, that I was gonna make mostly like a guard spot, so you can actually look down throughout the entire city, which I think was actually a relatively good idea. I actually really struggled to build because I have a really bad computer, horrible actually, but you know, it all worked out at the end. Roof, just kept placing a bunch of things to close the gaps that were in it. Then up here, a fantastic place where the guards are going to sit, you know, look out. Place that pass right there. Place the roofs. And I think that would have been it for it, right there. And then here I decided to make the other store. Just trying to make it look as good as possible. And then, boom, that's another store done. And the door for the other store. And as far as I can say, these looked absolutely great. The store's fantastic. fantastic. It's like a huge mall, which it's actually a market. It's the same thing basically. Flipped it around because I hated doing that, going that side. And right here, I was actually looking back, and I thought, wow, this actually looks really impressive. I was actually pretty happy with myself. And I placed a lot of guard posts around. No, to the guard stands. It's a carpet from the new mods. Here I put the armor stand, which was just the armor stand. And then here, I put the weapon stand. And then over here, I put in the bar. The trading stand, which is basically, it was a store. And then I put a drink stand at the bottom, because you know, if you want to go, you have to walk up all those stairs. Now, the smart ass that I was, I realized that I couldn't actually get a clinic, because I don't have the perks. So I started just to make the one room a clinic. Over here, I have armor stands, which I'm actually from an awesome mod. I can't remember which mod it was again. Because I have so many, I just forgot. But this actually adds like armor stands. You can't put your armor on it, but it actually looks cool. Here we have the OCDecorator mod, which puts static loot items into the game. But static means you walk past it, you hit it, nothing's gonna happen to it. It's gonna stay there, like everything else. And I have to say, this took actually a real long time just to sort out. This was my most favorite store, the trading store, because I put so much little stuff into it. Like this mad box, put everything into the store. Whoever's working here is probably packed with money and with items. I used lawn flamingo. It's just a general store where generally everything is. And all of this is actually is from the GPS paint. Is from another mod because that I keep forgetting. I'm not gonna remember any of this basically. But it just looks great. It just does, you know. Trying to make it look as great as possible. Yeah, we have a diploma which I couldn't fit in because, well, for some reason the walls are somehow not fucking taking it. What a piece of shit. It's a diploma. He wants everyone to know that he's qualified. And we got a coffee set. It's just fantastic, you know? It is, really. I have to say, this is a settlement that actually... This isn't the hardest settlement that I've actually built. Remember, this is just a little part of the settlement. It wasn't the whole thing. Just crazy. And then here I put a gun. Basically, man, it fell off the track where it was. A little graffiti, you know. The booth, where you're gonna have to drink. The bed, where you're gonna have to sleep. And then here is the surgery. Or the hospital, whatever it is. And I put a bunch of medical stuff on it. And so, it just looks great, I have to say. This is actually very impressive what I've made here. For myself, I would have to say, if there was like a top settlements of the weeks, this would have been like #1, I guarantee you. Or no, maybe not. People have created some awesome shit. So, Overdrive, which is some kind of medicine, I would think. I don't know. I've never found it in the game. But probably, it looks like Psycho. Just saying, position it well. Because you say, realism is everything. And adding a little bit of clutter, you know, beer, empty beer bottles, bourbon bottles, anything basically there is. I then decided to go take a nap because, well, I am absolutely tired of this. This was absolutely great, I would say. Oh, damn it. Every time I slept in the game, I actually went for a nap in real life, because this was such a big build for me. And then I came back in the morning, and I have to say, this was actually really impressive. I really, really like this build, and hopefully you guys did well.